Mary, the mother of James and Joses, is one of the quieter yet profoundly inspiring figures of the New Testament. She appears among the women who followed Jesus during his ministry, supporting him with devotion and witnessing crucial moments of his life, death, and resurrection. Though she is not as widely recognized as other Marys in the Bible, her presence at the core events of the Gospel reveals unshakable faith and sacrificial love. Do you want to hear more stories about the characters who were part of Jesus' life and the biblical universe as a whole? Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel, because every day we reveal a new character with an inspiring story. Mary is mentioned several times in the New Testament, especially in the accounts of Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. In Matthew 27 verses 55 to 56, we read, "Many women were there, watching from a distance. They had followed Jesus from Galilee to care for his needs. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James and Joses, and the mother of Zebedee's sons." These words show that Mary was one of the women who, unlike many of the male disciples, remained faithful until the end, even when all hope seemed lost. Who was Mary? We know she was the mother of James, often referred to as James the Less, to distinguish him from James, the son of Zebedee. This James was an important figure in the early church and one of the apostles chosen by Jesus. Mary is also described as the mother of Joses, but beyond these details, the Gospels do not offer much about her personal life. However, what we can deduce is that Mary was a woman of great courage and devotion. The role of women in Jesus' ministry is highlighted throughout the Gospels, and Mary, the mother of James and Joses, was one of these faithful followers. From Galilee, she and other women accompanied Jesus on his journeys, not only as listeners but also as active supporters. In Luke 8 verses 1 to 3, we read that some women helped Jesus and the disciples with their own resources. It is likely that Mary was among them, showing her commitment to Christ's ministry. However, the moment when Mary stands out most is during Jesus' crucifixion. While most of the male disciples fled or hid, the women stayed near the cross, watching from a distance. It is difficult to imagine the pain Mary and the other women felt as they witnessed the crucifixion. To see Jesus, the one in whom they had placed their faith and hope, suffer such a brutal death must have been devastating. Yet they did not abandon their Lord. Mary's presence at the crucifixion is a testament to her emotional and spiritual strength. She was there, silent but steadfast, as Jesus committed his spirit to the Father. Even after Jesus' death, Mary continued to demonstrate her faithfulness. In Mark 15 verse 47, we read that she was one of the women who saw where Jesus was buried. And on Sunday morning, she was among the women who went to the tomb to anoint Jesus' body, Mark 16 verse 1. Imagine what Mary felt upon arriving at the tomb and discovering that the stone had been rolled away and Jesus' body was no longer there. Amid confusion and fear, an angel appeared and announced that Jesus had risen. This moment must have been both terrifying and wonderful, as it confirmed that everything Jesus had taught and promised was true. The story of Mary, the mother of James and Joses, offers us powerful lessons of faith and devotion. First, it reminds us that true faith stands firm even in times of suffering and uncertainty. Mary could have walked away during the crucifixion as so many others did, but she chose to stay. Her presence at the cross challenges us to remain steadfast in our faith, even when faced with difficult or painful situations. Additionally, Mary's life highlights the importance of quiet service. She is not a central figure in the Gospels, but her faithfulness and support of Jesus' ministry were crucial. This reminds us that not everyone is called to be in the spotlight. Sometimes, God calls us to serve in silence, with humility and dedication. Another important lesson is the role of women in the story of redemption. Mary, along with other women, was one of the first witnesses to Jesus' resurrection. In a culture where women's testimonies were often disregarded, God chose these women to be the first to share the most important news in history. He has risen. This shows us that God values the faith and courage of all people, regardless of gender or social status. Finally, Mary's story challenges us to reflect on our own faithfulness to Jesus. Are we willing to stay close to Him, even when circumstances are difficult? Are we willing to serve quietly and humbly as Mary did? And are we ready to testify to the power of the resurrection in our own lives? Mary, the mother of James and Joses, may not be one of the most famous figures in the Gospels, but her story is a powerful reminder that true greatness lies in faithfully serving the Lord, even in the most challenging circumstances. May we follow her example of devotion, courage, and unshakable faith. If you liked this video and want to know more about the characters that surrounded the life of Christ and formed the rich biblical story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and send this video to your friends. Turn on notifications to know when new videos come out.